Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to do my one recap on to do tonight for college basketball. Number 15 Baylor beats TCU 62-54 on the road here tonight. Good win for the Baylor Bears against a very underrated TCU team. I mean, kind of a disappointing performance at home tonight, I thought, for TCU. They have BYU next, which is going to be a tough game at BYU. And they just couldn't figure out the zone defense. They really struggled against a Baylor zone. That's some credit to Baylor's defense. Played really well. But this TCU team's a lot better than they showed today. I've watched TCU. This team's a lot better than they showed today. But they pretty much, the Bears stomp the Frogs tonight for 4th place in the Big 12. Freshman guard Jacoby Walter and center Yves Messi each led the way with 16 points apiece. Ray J. Dennis also added 9 points. He also added, 9 points? Fuck the stat sheet. 9 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds. What a game from Ray J. Dennis. Almost got a triple-double. 9 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds. What a hell of a game from Mr. Ray J. Dennis. So a good road dub, because TCU is a very underrated good team. And I think it's a good bounce back for, BYU after losing. Or, excuse me, for Baylor after losing to Houston there in that overtime loss. So very good bounce back. And TCU tried to, it was like 59-41, so they held them to 3 points the rest of the game. They outscored them like 13-2. It's just TCU just got down too much against, you can't get down by that much against a Baylor team. So while TCU may have made the score closer down the stretch, they really dominated the Baylor. They dominated TCU in Fort Worth. They really controlled the game. And especially getting Langston Love coming back soon, I think Baylor will get even better. So they shot a rough 33.3% from the floor, did TCU. And while losing the rebounding battle, 41-29. You're just not going to win games shooting 33% from the floor and losing the rebounding battle, 41-29, especially against a top 15 team in Baylor. That was a much needed dominant road win. And not the easiest week, but grabbing a road up again in the toughest league in the country against a team with the same record as you 2 days after an OT contest against the now #1 team is no easy feat. And that's a marquee win, really good win there. And Ray J. Dennis was great, 9-9-9. But kind of a disappointing showing from TCU. He really could have swept Baylor, because they beat them at Baylor, but then they kind of let a stinker in this game. But Baylor was up by like 18 at one point in the second half. TCU did make the score closer, but honestly, Baylor dominated. Bridges also had 15 points, 8 rebounds. 3 players in double digits here, including a great game from Ray J. Dennis. Baylor as a team shot 37%, but 40% from 3. Out-rebounded 43-29, had 15 offensive rebounds, 28 defensive, out-rebounded by 6 on the offensive glass, 6 on the offensive and defensive glass. So great game from Baylor. Bouncing back after that tough loss to Houston, a game you could have won. Ended up losing. But then you bounce back on the road against the TCU. TCU are a much better team than they showed tonight. I fully believe that. I fully believe it. You can't win them all. But it's still disappointing, though, to lose a game. But the Baylor memes were kind of funny. I seen on Twitter after the game. But they did get their ass kicked. TCU's leading scorer tonight had 11 points. Jameer Nelson Jr., 11 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. Emmanuel Miller, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Peavy had 9 points. Xavier Cork had 9 points. Avery Anderson III, 7 points. Jacoby Coles, 8 points. But then you had a few guys off the bench. Tennyson, 0 points. Moffstuffer, 0 points. And Obana Jr., 0 points. They usually get more from Trey Tennyson. I don't know what happened tonight. Just didn't have it. Had 3 rebounds and 1 assist. 2 guys with double digits, but just honestly, it was really a struggle for TCU. They were mostly getting their points from the free throw line, and they got some points there really in garbage time to make the score look closer. But yeah, honestly, it's really hard to say. Missy really took Jacoby, and Yves Missy really took over in that second half to extend the lead after it was a 2-point game at halftime. So it's all to say, tonight's my life. Peace.